Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to finish off the Aussie Horror 3-pack by watching Strange Behavior. Let's check it out. The movie starts out with the kid. He's actually the mayor's son being stabbed to death. Power went out in the house. Pete on the left, his father John on the right. That's Michael Murphy. He's a sheriff or cop. And their housekeeper. Michael's graduating high school.
I saw Bob Cartwright yesterday. He told me that your class is doing extremely well in college applications. Problem is, my best student hasn't submitted one yet.
Would you just wait a minute and listen to me? 2 sessions, 2 days, $100 a day. I mean, listen, I did the first one already. Look at me.
They found a way to get some money from experimentation. This is one of Pete's classes. A professor who's been dead for a long time still conducts class via film. That's Lasange, and he somehow has power over chickens.
Well, are you busy in the afternoon?
Pete goes in to make a little bucks.
Are you busy tomorrow afternoon?
They're going to experiment on him.
Good, and I'll meet you in my office at 3 o'clock.
That's the actress Fiona Lewis.
Your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Lucy Brown. Lucy Brown gets around. The only problem is she's like 13, but she's going on a date. Good song from Luke Christie, but a strange party scene from 1981. Speaking of Lucy, this is her date, Waldo. And when they have some car trouble, the guy in the Tor Johnson mask takes care of him. Lucy takes off running. Takes a slice in the leg on the way. She ends up in the pool. Our killer is not able to finish her off. Of course, she gets rescued by everybody. Left a trail of blood, though. Pete's going in for experiments again.
Here?
Making some money, the same as you.
No, I work out here, not back there. They kill little rabbits back there.
I believe this is the mayor's son who we saw stabbed in the first scene in the movie through the silhouette. He's been found scarecrowed.
We're gonna have to go see Randy, right?
There. Swallow. Come on. Come on. The sooner you do, the sooner Mrs. Weiss will have you a check ready.
I had him open twice, once to take out a pancreas, once to take out a lung.
This is his girlfriend, Caroline.
I mean, that's incredible.
The actress Dee Young.
Incredible. Would you like to order now?
I'll have the liver.
11 years old and still leaks the water.
That's a hand. And there's the rest of the body. She ventures back in there a few minutes later and finds this. A chase ensues. The old lady's not going to make it through this one.
Listen to me. She's about 20 years old. Brown hair.
Brown hair and fat, she said. Great last words. They have a list of potential female suspects.
May I ask what you're gonna do with them?
We're going to find the fat ones.
Let me go!
Pete goes back for more experiments. He's not happy with this time, though. Pete's dad, the cops, they're looking.
We got to know that last night's killer was a young, overweight female.
Certainly not very much to go on, is it? Well,
Eventually the cops leave, and then, ugh. Oh, that's nasty. A little while later, Caroline and Pete go to the Steak and Shake, and
what's wrong?
I don't know what they're doing to him, but it doesn't seem to be good. So he goes to the bathroom to take a leak. That can't be good.
You okay in there?
The sheriff is trying to break into Lasange's grave. That's Louise Fletcher, by the way, his girlfriend. Eventually, he does pull out the coffin. All they are is his leg bones. Louise Fletcher tells a story about John's wife who died.
She went back to work about a year later. And that's when all that scandal started.
This college has been doing experimentation for several years.
She was lying across her desk, all pale and unconscious. Wouldn't believe the reports. You know, she had this history of asthma, but he wouldn't believe it. He always believed that there was a connection between Lasange and her death.
Sheriff Thomas returned to the lab.
Mr. Brady, I see you found your way. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Peter, don't do this.
He runs into Pete there.
The choice is yours, Mr. Brady. Either give him the gun or shoot him. I can't stop you. I don't have a gun. The choice is yours, Mr. Brady.
Not sure what happened to Caroline, but she's actually not dead, though.
She looks dead.
Oh my God, she's dead.
Shut up. She's breathing, for Christ's sake.
And then Lasange is wheeled in. No legs, but he's still alive.
Hello, Mr. Brady. To help the disturbed, our society can be rebuilt.
Pete is obviously under some sort of control from Lasange, who handed him a knife, and now he's cutting himself with it.
Do not stop again, kill your father.
No!
No, Pete, your father, kill your father. You are my father.
Anyway, Lasange is dead. Pete and John are fine. The last scene of the movie is John and Louise Fletcher getting married. All right, let's talk about Strange Behavior. This is a movie that actually showed up on cable back in the early 80s, 82, 83, in that range there. I never actually watched it, although I did intend to see it. I just never got around to it. Ended up renting it from a video store, Denny's Video in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, actually, around 1986 or 87, and copied it, and then never watched it then either. I didn't see it until probably 1992 or 3 when I re-rented it and made a copy of it, an SPCP at that point. And I remember watching it with my fellow Schlockmeister Jeff, and we really liked it. We hadn't seen it before, and I suppose the scene that really stood out was the scene where he was peeing blood all over the toilet seat. That was kind of just creepy and just made you cringe. But the movie itself is pretty good. It was filmed in New Zealand. It was supposed to be taking place in somewhere in like Illinois or something, but it's actually filmed in New Zealand. Stars Louise Fletcher and Michael Murphy and Pete, the guy. His name was Dan Shore, I think was the actor name. So anyway, yeah, I think this film delivers. It's kind of a strange film. It's also called Dead Kids. That's the Australian title for this movie. And I believe it was released on Blu-ray in Australia. I think it was Blu-ray released in the United States too. I'm not sure, but I think it's under the title Dead Kids is how you're going to find it. I, of course, have the DVD. I've had it for a long, long time under this title, Strange Behavior, which is the one I'm classically known as. In fact, the director was supposed to make 3 Strange movies, like a Strange trilogy. He followed this up with Strange Invaders, which has some of the same actors and actresses in it. And that's a really good movie too. But apparently they never made a Strange 3 or whatever that one was going to be. It just never happened. So we're left with Strange Behavior and Strange Invaders. Both good movies. So anyway, like I said, yeah, the movie's pretty good. It's got a couple of gore scenes in it. It has that awful scene also where Gwen, or the professor there, the woman puts that hypodermic needle in Pete's eye. It's actually right above the eye, but still, that just creeps the hell out of me. I've seen so much carnage and blood and all kinds of things in all kinds of movies over the years, but something about a hypodermic needle in the eye just gets to me. That just creeps me out. I'm glad it does that, because I like to see movies that have a reaction in me, and that definitely is one of them. So even though she didn't quite puncture the eyeball with it, but whatever, right? So anyway, Strange Behavior is a good movie. I'm curious to know what you think about it. You can get this Blu-ray for about $18 or so, I think is what it's listed on Amazon. I, of course, have this Aussie horror DVD trilogy, which is the quality is pretty good. It's widescreen. Everything else is I think it's got some director's commentary on this one as well as a couple of deleted scenes. So they did a good job with this one. So you can get it. I'm sure that triple pack is probably pretty cheap too. So anyway, let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. It's called Strange Behavior. Watch it. Bye.